What's up, y'all? Welcome to our holiday episode. Merry Christmas, everyone. It is a wonderful holiday with football and basketball. And I'm not that attached to basketball anymore during this day, so there's not a fight for the TV anymore, Austin.
Yeah, there isn't a fight for the TV anymore between all the leagues, especially now that the Cowboys are eliminated. But this is a naughty list Christmas. We've done a lot of good Christmas videos. Let's do a naughty list. This sets up to next year. We'll potentially do a nice list. But this is in 2025 only, so it includes the entire year of 2025, not just this season, that the most recent season, though it can. So, which league do you want to start with on your naughty list? And you can say whoever that player is, or it could be
Let's
a player,
go-
GM, team, or coach. Or
Let's
owner.
go NBA because this one is easy. The naughty list on my list for the NBA, I hinted at it earlier, is Nico Harrison.
Okay, I thought that's what you're gonna go with. Again, it could be a GM, it could be a coach, it could be a manager, it could be an owner, it could be a player, it could be a team. I went with the Clippers for the Chris Paul saga. I think both of those are very similar, even though different parts of their career, but just a breach of loyalty between those players. And the fact that Chris Paul wanted to win and you got rid of him for being too hard on the team for trying to win, the fact that he invited people to his Halloween party, only Ivica Zubac and Bradley Beal showed up, is crazy to me. That just baffles me. The young guys especially, okay, maybe not Harden, okay, maybe not John Collins, okay, maybe not Kawhi, but you're telling me that some of those young guys don't want to go to that? I mean, I know I'm not an NBA player, but I'd be the first on board even if I was in the NBA, right? Like, it's a team bonding exercise. Like, I don't understand how you don't get some of your teammates to go to that. But yeah, the entire Clippers roster, team, staff, ownership, all of it, they get my naughty list for the NBA. And obviously, you don't have to go too far in depth about the Nico Harrison situation. I think we beat a dead horse literally with that. So we can move on. My next is MLB, and it's Emmanuel Clase. The gambling stuff.
That's a good one.
It's crazy because it's not like he's gambling on himself to do bad. It's just first pitch balls. It's crazy because last year he was really, really good as a closer. Like this, he started off slow, but then was very good until he got found out. The rules got to be changed. I'd be willing for him to come back in some capacity into the league because it wasn't betting on him to do bad for a game or to blow a save. It was first pitch ball. Like, that is the least harmful of the gambling to do. Now, you shouldn't be able to gamble, and you should definitely be banned for a couple of years. I think you should be suspended for like 2 years. But of the betting you could do, first pitch ball, I mean, he still had a good ERA. His team still won most of the games he came in and pitched. A first pitch ball in the inning. That's all it was. First pitch of the inning. He had a fielding independent pitching of 2.71. That's one of the best in the league. He had a 3.23 ERA, but again, that's because the fielding behind him wasn't as good. He was still one of the best closers in the league while he pitched last year. It wasn't like he was trying to be bad, but still, he has to be on the naughty list for gambling on yourself.
Yeah, and it's like gambling on yourself to do better. No, this was like a way of he had direct control of it, and it was first pitch balls, but still, that is crossing the line of.
I just don't think, like, if it was blown saves, banned for life. Like, if it was like to blow the save, right, or to give up a run, banned for life. But first pitch balls, I think is. I could hear the argument for him coming back into the league. I think it's like the lesser of two evils, if that makes any sense.
It is. It is the lesser of two evils because yes, it was small, but it was still breaking that, so he has to suffer the consequences of not playing baseball for a while.
Yeah, he definitely should be suspended for a long time. I would be willing to hear an argument for him joining eventually because he wasn't throwing games. Like, he wasn't actually determining the outcome of games because of one pitch. But he's still on the naughty list. One of the best pitchers in baseball. If he played right now, he'd still be one of the best pitchers in baseball. But he has to reap the consequences of his actions. What is your MLB player or team or whatever?
So mine, I'm going with Dodgers owner Mark Walter. This could also go Dodgers GM, just the whole Dodgers team. I don't blame the players because they get paid, they want to win. Don't blame them at all. You're getting money, joining a ranking team. But Mark Walter is on the naughty list because he is going to get Cole in the future. And this is just proactively giving him Cole, which is all the deferred money he is paying for and just the amount of money they are putting on this team. And it is the definition of a super team, an all-star team in the MLB. As this second year in a row, the Dodgers won the World Series against a tough Blue Jays that just kind of had that wish, and they drew it to a Game 7, and that's kind of where the stars came out and made the key moments for the Dodgers.
Yeah, I get that. I went with more like a direct, like bad thing. Dodgers, you can see, yes, it is still bad for the sport, but I kind of looked at it a different way. What is your next league you want to go to?
Let's go NFL. I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns, or naughty, for multiple reasons. They're super bad. You're wasting Myles Garrett's prime, and they were naughty in the NFL draft, selecting Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round, and then in the 6th round or 4th.
I think it was 4th and 5th that they got selected. I think it was Dylan Gabriel 4th, and then the 5th was, or maybe it was 3rd and 4th. For
it was, I believe it was the 3rd.
Yeah, Dylan Gabriel was taken in the 3rd, and then Shedeur, I think, was taken in the 4th. Then, yeah, he was taken in the 5th. It's 3rd and 5th. 3rd and 5th.
5th. Yeah, 3rd and 5th. That is naughty because you pit it a quarterback against each other, and yes, Shedeur is playing better, but it is not. It is a bad situation. You are pitting a quarterback against each other, and it looks like this is where it gets weird. They're like Shedeur for kind of attention, and then Dylan Gabriel they thought Kevin Stefanski liked. So that is where it gets naughty, and that is why they're on the naughty list.
I actually really like taking Shedeur and Dylan Gabriel. I like taking 2 rookie QBs, especially next to each other in the drafts or sort of close to each other in the drafts, because that competition, I think, breeds success. But I have Kevin Stefanski, which is really funny that you at the Browns have Kevin Stefanski. And it's for what he did this past week. You gave Shedeur the wrong armband for the first drive. He wants Shedeur to fail. He's preying on Shadeur's downfall. And I just hate to see that from a coach that is supposed to have everybody's back on their team, trying to win games, but not just trying to win games now, trying to win games in the future by getting your teammates or getting your players better. And Stefanski is refusing to do that. While Dylan Gabriel, I don't think was as bad as some people think. Stefanski is hoping that Shedeur fails, and I don't like to see that from any coach or any owner or any player, mind you. Just play your best, do your best, and help the team for the future and now. But yeah, I don't like that. I think that it's, I don't know. Stefanski is definitely on my naughty list for what he has done recently.
Yeah. It is weird, and that's just kind of, it's naughty with kind of how they're pitting the quarterbacks against each other. Yes, you can have competition, but helping someone fail is not good. So we'll have to see what happens with that whole situation, which now leaves the NHL for our naughty list.
Yeah, the NHL is kind of tough because I think part of the league is kind of like you're supposed to be naughty. It's a very physical league, a league that there's a lot of penalties, a lot of fights even. So I was thinking I wanted to be a little bit more fun with this because I can't directly think of like anybody that deserved to be on the naughty list just outright. So I went with Logan Stanley, who currently leads the league in penalty minutes. It was going to be Mikko Rantanen because he led the league in penalty minutes. Now it's Logan Stanley, who leads the league in penalty minutes. And while that's not necessarily, penalty is not necessarily bad, but leading the league in it is definitely not the best thing in the world. And so I want to have a little bit more fun. So the person with the most penalty minutes, Logan Stanley, you are on the naughty list just for that.
That's a good one. My naughty list is a little bit vague. The Oilers goalie situation. That is naughty list because it is because that's been their problem. Yes, they traded for Tristan Jarry. I didn't want to pick on Stuart Skinner. This is just an issue for the Oilers, is their goalie situation, as that has been a huge issue for them this year in the Stanley Cup Finals. Skinner has had some great runs, especially against the Stars in the Western Conference Finals. Then it comes to the finals, and the goalie is not able to help Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl get a ring. So that is why they are on the naughty list.
Yeah, That's a reasonable pick. I get that.
So that is the naughty list, and you will have to wait a year for the nice list. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We appreciate you listening to Outsiders Opinions, and have a Merry Christmas.